Hey, excuse me. Hey! Welcome back to the only video on YouTube where by watching this, you get the ever-pressing dread of life passing you by one YouTube video at a time. So, sorry I didn't upload last week. I was very sick and buried under a ton of work. It sucked. So originally I was struggling to find something to talk about this week, so I resorted to the big ol' industrial-sized trash can known as reality TV. And I just stuck my hand in there and rooted around until I found something. And that piece of dirty, festering media was a deeply unsettling episode of Undercover Boss. Back in the late 2000s and mid-2010s, there was a gold rush on producing some of the worst reality television of all time. When some fresh hell of a TV show popped up, some new network would take a stab at out-trashing that TV. When networks realized they could produce TV shows with no actors and limited production costs, and people would still watch it, all bets were off. So you're telling me it's a show where people pretend to be barnyard animals, and the last one this senile farmer thinks is a human wins $1 million? I'm in. I'll watch 15 seasons of that. That brings us to today's show, Undercover Boss. The premise of the show is a CEO goes undercover in a truly unconvincing disguise and works as a new employee for about a week. Seriously, their disguises are some of the most discount clearance bin of a Halloween Express in November type garbage. I don't know who would be fooled by these costumes. Do they really think their employees are that stupid? The point of the show is for company leaders to get firsthand knowledge of what their employees go through on a day-to-day basis. And nothing says inspiring leadership like deceiving and manipulating some of your lowest paid workers on national television. Seriously, it takes a reality TV show for some of these companies to be like,
maybe we should treat our employees better.
But I digress, because I think this episode's very special. I think I found the most horny CEO of all time. I'm realizing now how often I cover horniness as a topic in general on this channel. We had horny TikTok serial killers, horny man-dog human hybrids, and now horny CEOs. The internet truly is a horny place. Also, before we get into the video, I just wanted to thank everyone for being super supportive, and I wanted to get some ideas on what you'd like to see in the future, or what you'd like for my 1,000 subscribers special, because I think we're coming up closely on that. We might hit it by the time this video goes up, who knows? What would you like? A Q&A? A stream? I don't know. If you have comments or questions and you want to do a Q&A, drop them down in the comments. But back onto the main topic, let's get into this episode.
Tonight, the latest boss to get into the game is Doug Guller, the founder and CEO of Bikinis, a fast-growing sports bar and grill chain.
We're a restaurant, and I love the fact that we're a restaurant.
Welcome to the big time, boys and girls. This is corporate America. He runs a restaurant, and he loves it.
Our slogan for Bikinis is sports with a view. And so our customers we call fans. And it's obvious what gets our fans in the door. It's our breasts. Not necessarily our chicken breasts. I think a lot of competitors tiptoe around who they are. They don't want to say that they're a restaurant. We're all about it.
Seriously, I've never seen someone talk about titties with this much enthusiasm. This guy hit puberty and he was like, you know what? I like this level of horniness. I'm gonna base my entire career on it.
I can't control my horny level.
His whole opening is so awful. I don't think any of the other breast restaurants are so on the nose about this. Bikinis is just upfront and loud and proud with their misogyny.
We hire hot women. They know exactly what we're about. They know that they're going to be wearing a bikini top, jean shorts, and cowboy boots. We call our servers bikini babes.
Hey, average American male. Do you like to oogle and objectify women while eating subpar chicken wings, but are too scared and way too cheap to go to a strip club? Well, come to Bikinis, where you and a bunch of other fans can sit and enjoy the view. Gross.
We're a restaurant, and I love the fact that we're a restaurant. So that's why I even trademarked the term.
He loves being a restaurant so much that he trademarked the word. Come on. I don't think anyone wants to use that word. It feels awful coming out of my mouth. I think your intellectual property is safe.
I like to do things that are different. And in order to have a big PR frenzy or stunt, I decided it was time to buy a town, and that's what we did. I bought a town on Craigslist and renamed it Bikinis, Texas. You know, when Anderson Cooper put it on the Ridiculous, I'm like, all right, now that is funny.
He really is proud of that whole buying a town bit. Like that's some revolutionary form of advertising. But honestly, if you told me McDonald's bought some small town and renamed it Mix City, I'd just be like, huh, cool. I don't think I'd be inclined to rush on down and get some chicken nuggets and a medium french fry. His whole character transformation segment is amazing.
What did you have in mind for your disguise?
So I'm thinking rocker.
Oh, okay.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty badass right now. While undercover, I'll be posing as Jake, the subject of a fake reality show, trying to win money to make my dreams come true. My employees will have no idea that this is actually Undercover Boss.
The costume designer really did him dirty. He looks like the front man of some crappy Third Eye Blind dad cover band. My guy looks like a new age youth pastor. Hey kids, you know what's really cool and radical? Respecting the Lord. He really looks like he could just be an Eric Wareheim character from Tim and Eric. I just cannot stop seeing that when I look at his face. It gets even better though. It's his first day on the job and he's gonna be a bartender.
I personally look for a knockout behind the bar. I want to make sure that she's enthusiastic.
Is he allowed to say that? Aren't there laws that protect against that level of blatant discrimination and sexism? Hey Linda, it's Bikini's HR. You have a moment to chat? I just wanted to go over some of your work performance and just, you know, you don't seem like you're as much of a knockout anymore. I think we're gonna have to let you go, unfortunately. But here's our real first point of conflict for Doug. It's when he realizes that the bartender that's going to be showing him the ropes, or I guess the bikini straps, doesn't want to wear a bikini on TV.
How are you doing?
Good, I'm
Jessica.
Jake. When I see that Jessica's not in a bikini top, I was pissed.
So does bartenders don't have to wear bikinis?
You are supposed to be wearing a bikini. I just chose not to since we're on TV.
Awesome.
I'd like to wear a t-shirt instead.
That's not what we do here at Bikinis. You wear a bikini top, jean shorts, and cowboy boots.
Man shows up looking like a midlife crisis Pete Wentz, and he has the gall. He has the audacity to ask her why she's not wearing a bikini. Hey Doug, you're training to be a bartender at Bikinis. I don't see you in a pair of cut-off shorts, cowboy boots, and a bikini. Little bit of a double standard if you're gonna make it into such a big deal. It seems a little insane to me to be as he describes it, f***ing pissed about this. Like, he's just blatantly using these women for their looks, and he couldn't even offer her the decency to respect her choice not to have her boobies all over CBS.
Yeah, so what? I'm lying to you about being some new employee, but your CEO wants to see some tits.
They continue on with this segment, and there's this weird bit where it seems like they might have been over-serving someone, but it's so incredibly chopped up and edited that it feels like they just created this fake situation in the editing room.
Why are we not acting on this right now?
Should I give him a water?
Whatever.
He's doing good.
Safety's paramount. If this escalates, I've got to jump out of character.
They also interviewed Doug about this situation, and he's describing it like it's currently happening at night, but every shot inside Bikinis is during the daytime. Reality TV lying to me? I don't believe it. So Doug and Jessica take a break, and Doug decides to dig a little deeper about Jessica's feelings towards Bikinis.
Have you been working here long?
I've been here for about 8 or 9 months. I was actually an account executive for a logistics company over in Grapevine.
Okay.
And then they actually went bankrupt, so I wouldn't do it if it didn't help pay the bills, that's for sure.
The more I talk to Jessica, the more I'm not happy having her on board.
He really hates that she isn't satisfied being a bikini bartender after losing her job as an account executive because her company went bankrupt. Is he delusional? But that ends our time with Jessica and Doug. After this, we get a segment about Doug working in the kitchen, and it's really kind of uneventful, so I'm just going to jump to the next horniest segment of this TV show. And that's when he's trained to be a bikini babe. So he meets up with Grace, and boy howdy, you can see how happy he is that she's in a bikini top.
Hi, are you Grace?
I'm Grace.
Jake.
Hi. I'm Grace. I'm your instructor.
I don't have to get in a bikini top, do I?
I would prefer if you did, but if you're not going to, that's okay. I'm what brought everyone in, is me and my bikini top. You okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
He is so blinded by the fact that she's in a bikini top that he just overlooks a ton of mistakes she makes. Like, She talks about how she was fired multiple times from bikinis.
How long you been Bikini's been?
Since we opened in 2011.
Okay.
But I've been fired like 4 or 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
And then in one instance, she just takes a phone call when she's talking to a customer.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that stuff a lot. It accumulated to the part where you're just like sweating.
It's one of those things where you hate it, but you want more of it.
Oh, exactly.
Right, right.
Yes.
But then Grace goes and teaches him how to hula hoop.
Just try. What are you doing? I will be out. See? Not
All
hard.
right. Come on, baby.
Don't get me wrong, I don't think Grace is necessarily a terrible employee or anything, but the discrepancy in Doug's reaction between Grace and Jessica's performance is mind-blowing. After that experience, we get Doug shadowing a manager, where the biggest point of conflict is him trying to figure out how to work their TV system.
Guy.
The TV situation was very confusing.
Riveting. They also have this moment where 2 employees quit, and the manager discusses how incredibly hard it is to fill positions. She often is forced to message her Facebook friends and try to recruit them that way. Does this cause Doug to have any doubts about his company's hiring practices or work environment? Nope. In fact, he says in the final segment that he wants to take this idea to corporate and have the bikini babes message their Facebook friends and try and recruit other waitresses. Let's just jump to the end here, because that's when things really pay off. Doug reveals that he has been in disguise this whole time.
How familiar do I look to you?
Really familiar?
Yeah, you Jake.
I love how all of them are like, yeah, I didn't believe the disguise at all. Now we get our big final showdown between Doug and Jessica. Does he talk about taking some of her concerns to heart and possibly retraining her? Maybe showing that there are positions in corporate that she could aspire to achieve? Nope. He fires her on the spot.
I think you're a great person, but you're not right for bikinis. It was clear to me that day. I'm sorry, Jessica. It's not working out. Today's your last day.
Why do you ask? Well, in his own words, it was a real bummer that she didn't wear a bikini.
The bikini top, of course. Mm-hmm. You know, it was a big bummer from my point of view.
But just wait, because it gets even better. We have our one-on-one with Grace, where Doug talks about her performance and how she needs to improve just a little bit, but he wants to reward her with a big prize. And that prize is a promotion and a boob job.
I don't know if you remember, you mentioned that you have a lot of fun with the fans and that sometimes you prance around in your bikini top, but there was one issue that you had. Do you remember what that was?
With my boobies.
Right. So you mentioned
Am
that...
I getting a free pair of boobies today?
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Hey, Doug. Not okay, man. Not okay. I love how inspiring the music is for one of the most uncomfortable ending updates probably imaginable. And that's all I have to say on that. If you enjoyed this video, maybe consider liking it. It really does help out. I want to shout out Dee Dee for their comment on my last video. Comment below anything you'd like to see in future videos or any questions you might have, because we might do a Q&A. I don't know. We'll figure it out next time. I don't have a schedule. This is all last minute. I figure it out as I go. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I post other dumb stuff. If you had a good time, consider subscribing. Until next week, hope you have a great day, great night, great everything, and I'll catch you later.
It's because he sounds weird.